So guys, welcome back to 1920 Gaming and now FIFA 20 career mode. Today's episode is a bit of a madness after the last one. If you saw the last one, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. If not, it might be worth clicking off this one now and going back to watch that one. It is up on the channel already. But now that's out of the way, after the last episode, we know that we've stretched our points total now in the total race to a 9-point gap. And today's episode starts with none other than a game against Stoke City themselves. This game obviously is huge now. It could already, not mathematically, but likely the title challenge could be over right here with the right result, and that's definitely what we're going to be going for. But even if that is the case, it's not the end of the episode. We've also got the cup final today against City, and we'll be finishing off with a game against Ipswich. But yeah, before we get into that, we've got this Stoke game to take care of. But before even all that, I would just once again like to thank you for being here on this next step of our manager's journey. I'm really grateful that you are all here again, watching us take care of business. And let's get into this game, see if we can put this to bed pretty much already, this title race. And then that will allow us to focus on obviously the cup final and the City game. And things are heating up now, I suppose. We're in February still, but the end of February already. It's going quickly, and unfortunately, in a lot of ways, this game could also signal the start of the end of this series, as I've spoke on already. I wasn't too disheartened when Stoke did start to claw back the points gap, and there's nothing to say if we win today that they won't do that again. I know this series has got to end at some point, but like I've touched on before, I've really developed a bond with this squad now, and this being my first ever series as well, it's got that extra special feeling to it. So part of me doesn't want it to end, but obviously I know at some point it's going to have to. And we have made some changes today, as you can see, even though this is a big game. We've gone with Ferreira, Harrison, Llorente. We've gone with Hardy, Taylor and Kinsella. We've gone with Williams, Baker, McKeith and O'Keefe at the back, and we've even put Nicholson in goal. That's because, like I said, the next game is obviously the cup final, so we want everyone fit and ready for that. This kind of feels like a final in a way. I would have had interesting decisions to make had the last episode not gone the way it went, obviously. But it has done, and Stoke get this game underway, and you know they're going to be right at this one, and we have to be as well. They really can't afford anything but a win here, whereas we can get away with a point probably, and that wouldn't be disastrous at all. But Stoke are making a quick start here, as you can see, a really quick start, and we find ourselves 1-0 down thanks to Joe Allen. Already 3.5 minutes in. That is an unbelievable start from Stoke, just what they needed, and we could be right up against it here, guys, absolutely right up against it. Can't believe how simple that was for them, and that header should not be going past our keeper, I'm sorry, it just shouldn't be, but it did, and we're now 1-0 down already. And we have it all to do, and we could be in here now. We struggled in the first half an hour, I'm not going to lie, but that could change now, and it has. Llorente's got us back in it just on the half an hour mark. I was just about to say how much we've struggled. We've not created nothing at all until this point. We finally get a man over on them. We got the overload. We got Llorente free on the right hand side, and it is very rare that he'll miss from there. He does like occasionally, but it's very occasionally, but he is someone that you can trust in that position, and he's just proven that again now. and what a big game to have done that in. Half an hour now, we're back 1-1 with Stoke, and like I said earlier, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world if this game does end in a draw. Obviously we do want the win, but we'll take a point here for definite, and what we can't do now is concede again straight after getting back into the game. And Stoke really pushing to make that happen down this left hand side again, where they got their first goal from. You've got Allen here again now, scorer of the first goal. I thought they gave that away there, but no. They're popping this ball around on the edge of the box so quickly, and they do shoot, and that is a good save there from Nicholson. He's done really well there. You could see that shot coming. He's found the little alley between the two defenders, and it is going in that as well. Important save there from Nicholson, but Stoke now have a corner. We could do with half time now, to be honest. And it's another save from Nicholson. He's won the header again though, which is a bit worrying. We've got McKeith and that on already, so we've got our best headers of the ball on the pitch. But can we go here now with Williams? Harrison has run past him. We could literally turn this game right before half time. It's good little stop there from Harrison, but he couldn't find the pass, and it's whacked away, and that could be again the moment that takes us to the half-time break. And that was the last action of the first half, and we're now an hour into the game. We're in a bit of trouble here, but it's cleared up straight away. Yeah, the game hasn't been great in the second half. We've managed to play our way slowly, as you can see here, up to the edge of Stoke's box, and vice versa. When they win it back, they try and go quickly, but we get it back on the edge of our box. We're doing what we need to do at the minute, and not even a little bit more, if I'm being honest. And Stoke trying to stay in it now and hit us on the counter after their positive start. They've not really followed that up, so yeah, it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment, but a point, like I said, would be good enough for us. It definitely wouldn't be good enough for Stoke after the last episode, but we're not worried about Stoke. It's all about what we need at the moment. O'Keefe should really have been winning that ball back there, and that cross shouldn't have been coming in. It's dealt with well though by McKeith. Kinsella's done quite well there to ride that tackle. Tyler's through now, and he's got Ferreira, who we've brought on through the middle. He's got to score this now. He has scored it, and it's 2-1, and that could be that in the title race. There's still 20 minutes left, but that could definitely be all. It was a nice swift counter, probably the best bit of football we've played in the second half, and it's come on the counter. But as soon as Ferreira picked it up there, he started to run away from the defender, and he's put it in with that left foot. We've seen him finish like that a couple of times this season already. He does it again in a big moment, and that could be huge for the title race now, that one. And all we have to do is just see it through now till the end of the game, unless we can go quickly here and add another one straight away. Can we recycle it here? We can't, and Stoke belt one away. It's actually not a bad ball, that, because he's got all types of room here now. O'Keefe's closing him in, and he's had to play it backwards, which is what we want to see. But he's got it back again here now, Maluso. He's just dropped it back off again, and we've managed to get our shape back now. And hopefully we can deal with this and just see out the rest of the game if needs be now. That was close there. Williams does well to come across and shut the space off. There's a ball there to the left wing for Hardy. He chose not to take it, and again the game's starting to just get bunched up in the middle of the park at the moment. And that's still what's continuing to happen, although we have found a little bit of room here with Harrison. We're moving this ball nicely. Hardy's on the end of it. This is going to be 3. It is 3. You knew Hardy weren't going to miss from there. That is game, set and match now. Stoke are taken care of, and maybe, just maybe, the championship's taken care of as well with this result. It's come on a sort of a counter again. We won the ball back high in the middle of the park. We've moved it really quickly. Stoke couldn't cope with the passing and the movement. Hardy's done what he does. He's got free. He's finished in a big moment, because that is the moment now that takes us away from Stoke in this game. and probably wraps up the points, and like I say, dare I say, at the moment, the championship as well. And that would prove to be the last action of the Stoke game, guys. We did finish 3-1. And we now find ourselves in a press conference for our first major cup final. By no means is it our first cup final, but it is our first major one here in England. And we couldn't have had it much tougher with City in the final. We're going to be going full strength for this one, obviously. We're here now, we want to win it, that's for sure. The key to this game is going to be, obviously, we know City are going to press us really high. It's just moving the ball quickly through that press and seeing what we can do. We've got our own threats and strengths on the counter, as you know by now. So that's what we're going to be looking to utilise in this game today. And if we can do it, then we come away with the Carabao Cup, which a lot of teams don't take seriously. But for us, obviously, it's absolutely huge. It's the second biggest competition that we're in, cup-wise, obviously behind the FA Cup.
Right, we'll be
and yeah, we're not in Europe or anything like that, so it is a massive game for us. Okay then, it is time in terms of one-off games, probably the biggest game that we've ever been a part of, to get underway, and it's City with a kick-off. Wembley looking splendid in the sun. City have got all their big guns out. We've got our strongest squad out. So this should be a really good game. In terms of the way it's going to pan out, you would expect that City are going to have majority of the ball. And like I said earlier, we've not changed anything tactically. We're leaving men up the pitch, hoping that if when they do turn the ball over like they have just, if we can get on and move the ball quickly through their press, then maybe with the men that we've left forward, we can cause them some problems and hopefully bag us a couple of goals. The hard part is going to obviously be keeping City out, and this is the kind of thing that I'm on about. If we can get the ball here, we've got men forward already, and oh my god, we're 1-0 up already as well. Young Tremblay finishes it off in the biggest game of his life. Like, he just nonchalantly just tapped it past the keeper, and exactly what I was just talking about is what's just happened. We get the ball off them. We've got numbers forward, and there you go, just a little clip off the outside of the foot, and we are amazingly amazingly 1-0 up against Man City at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final. But we can't get carried away. There's still a long way to go in this yet. We're not even 10 minutes in, but 1-0 inside 10 minutes is a really good start for us. And oh my god, they're through again here by the looks of it now. They are absolutely monopolising the ball just as I thought they would. They get so many men forward and around you so quickly, but we have played it out nicely this time, and that's a great little first time ball from Gomez. And they're not catching Doku here, they're not going to catch him, they'll not cut it out, and Tremblay's there, he's tapped it home, and it is 2-0 in just over 15 minutes. We're now 2-0 up against City. It's the first time since we scored that we've managed to play through the press. It was great quick ball movement. I'm sure it was them three there that were involved. You don't see it all the way. I thought the defender had cut it out, and if he did, it was probably going to be an own goal. But Tremblay's there exactly where he needs to be. He's never going to score an easier goal than that one. Pep's beside himself, trying to get his team going. They've not done a lot wrong, to be fair. We've just turned the ball over on them twice. We've gone straight through the press with a couple of passes for that one. And if we can continue to do this tactically, what we've been trying to do is working an absolute treat. And we're in a really good, strong position now. We've just won the ball back again here now. We've got through the press once again. Tremblay's on the run. He's played it to Gomez, who's played it back, and this should be 3. It's not though. I thought he got his hat-trick inside of half an hour there, but no. Ederson gets a good, strong hand on it. He's gone with his left foot this time. That could have been 3, and that might have been game already if we'd have got the 3rd. We've got a corner here though now. And unfortunately it's just gone over, and there's a nice shot of Wembley, and a little look at the FA Cup there for City. They've got Spurs in that next, but yeah, we could have been 3 up there. Tremblay in hindsight could have gone on his right foot, I suppose, but you have to do things so quickly against these boys, and our guys know that as well. Morgan's done brilliantly there. He's rolled the other challenge as well. Can he get it back off Moreno here? He can. He's found Tremblay, he's found him straight back. He tried to get it through to Moreno, but it was cut out by Cancelo this time. And City bring it away again. And there we go. It's just swept up by Giles. City at the moment have not really put anything that's hurt us. They've had a couple of distance chances, and keeper's made a save, and they've had a corner, but nothing's come of the corner. And he's Morgan now. This should be 3. It's got to be 3. He's banged it, and again Ederson gets a hand to it. That's unlucky there. It was good play again. We got Morgan open. Maybe I could have used Moreno, but I trust Morgan so much on that left foot. We had to take the shot. And unfortunately Ederson's got a hand to it again, but we are playing really well at the moment in this first half. Can we get the ball in again here with Morgan? Some nice step overs. He's decided to go backwards. Tremblay this time, his touch has let him down. Silva's took that off him. That's a decent ball from Rodri. We need to stop Sane here. We can't let him get away, and that's just what we have done. We've got another couple of players back now as we're starting to regain our shape a little bit. But Sane's still he's got inside as well. Oh, that's a great little ball. He's going to get it back, and what a goal from City that is. Oh man, and that's what they can do to you when their passing does come off. That was a brilliantly worked goal. All the way from our corner. It was a great sweeping ball out to Sane originally from Rodri, I think it was. And they've worked it so well down that left hand side. It's a great strike as well. It's a really good finish, and all of a sudden, just like that now, City are back in the game, and it's us trying to motivate our players again now. If we can carry the lead through till half time, we can reset. It's been kind of a strange game because City haven't done much wrong. We knew how they were going to come at us before the game started. That's just their way of playing, and we've managed to get through the press a number of times, to be fair, but we put a couple away, so we've not done much wrong there. And when their game plan does work and you can't get the ball off them, well then they've shown us what they can do as well. So It's a really interesting game at the moment. Only a couple of minutes now until half time. It's been a brilliant first half for us. It's a real shame we couldn't take a 2-goal lead into the break, but we could still at the moment because we're coming again here now. Gomez tried to get through, but this time it was cut out, and then Silva tried the cheeky little flick over Giles' head, and surely we go back to the keeper from here. Nope, Giles has done really well there, switched the play nicely, and that's actually found us a bit of room for Garcia, obviously one of City's old players before we took him. Morgan now with a good ball. Oh, we could have got Moreno through there maybe, but Tremblay wants that hat trick. And to be fair, he's forced Edison into another save. Gets it onto that left foot this time. He whacks it with a left foot, but it's straight at Edison. To be fair, you would expect him to save that, and he did. And the corner comes in now right before half time. Can Giles hit one maybe? He can't, but we do take the lead into half time. And it was a good game, a good first half, and yeah, at the moment things are looking good for us. So we're just past the hour mark. Pep's made a change. He's brought on De Bruyne for Van der Beek. We've brought on Lecco's available today, but he wasn't fit for a start, but we've brought him on for the last half an hour. So we've took Tremblay off, and we've also took Doku off and brought on Lorenzi, just because if he does get a chance, I fancy that he'll take it more than what Doku would. And it could work out really well here because we've got Lecco in straight away. He slowed down too much. I should have just hit it. Oh, I should have just hit that a lot earlier. What an introduction that would have been for him. A cup final, comes back from injury. One of his first contributions is to score. But yeah, it wasn't to be. And Sane's in now. He's got loads and loads of room to run into. He has actually been City's best player, Sane. Everything has gone through him today. They've obviously identified that Clark's a weak link to them in our defence. But yeah, he's holding his own quite well at the moment, especially considering it is Sane that he's up against. And Lecco could be in again here now. He's hit it, but he's hit it straight at Edison, who makes a save, and then we can't do anything with it. Maybe I should have just squared that one to Gomez. I don't know. It might have been 3 then, but we're playing really well at the moment. We've had a lot more control in this half than we had in the first, but unfortunately we've not managed to stick a chance away yet in this half. I'm just hoping that doesn't come back and bite us. It is City that we're playing against, and we could get Lecco in again here now. He's just breezed past Koulibaly. Edison saves it, and it's off the line this time. We're definitely getting closer. We've got a bit of momentum going right now. Oh, maybe it wasn't De Bruyne that came on then, but he's on now. And Eriksen's gone off. Van der Beek did come off. I could have sworn it was for De Bruyne, but it obviously wasn't. That's a beautiful little ball there, and what a back heel. And now could it be Lorenzi's moment? He went for the pass instead. Oh, Moreno's offside as well. Why didn't I hit that one as well? I think maybe just overthinking things a little bit at the moment here, looking for the perfect chance instead of just hitting them like we did in the first half. We've had numerous chances to put this game away, and City again come now. They've got Lodi to Koulibaly. They're starting that passing off again. Rodri's out ball there has been Sane every single time in this game. De Bruyne has got a lot of room here now, and we don't want that. He's got it back again. Oh, that's a decent ball. And it's 2-2 with 10 minutes to go. I thought we should have dealt with that a lot better. De Bruyne and I think it's Jesus have combined well there, but our defender should really have been cutting that second pass out. And we've been punished for not taking our chances in this half. And well, at the moment we've just got to continue doing what we were doing and hopefully stick one away, because we're playing really well, to be fair. We've been way better than City in this half. Just unfortunately they've put a chance away, and as yet we haven't, but we just got to keep creating them. As long as we do that, hopefully we can put one away. But at the same time now we can't afford to concede another one. If anybody scores now, they'll win the cup basically. I think that's brilliant there from Morgan, and we've got men over here now, but we couldn't find that return ball. If we did, Llorente would have been in there. Sane again ran his legs off in this one. Still been City's best player. Rodri's found an absolutely brilliant ball there, but thankfully we read it and Brown got there before De Bruyne. But that was a great ball again from Rodri. He's been playing them quite a lot, usually to Sane. But yeah, he found a really good one there. And now we could get Morgan in on his left foot here. This could be it, guys. And no, Ederson saves it again. He's had a good game as well, to be fair, Ederson. Jesus comes off now. And who's that's came on there? Is that Insigne? I'm not too sure, to be fair. Yeah, it is. It's Insigne. What a substitution that is, by the way. Can we do anything with this corner now? If not, we're going to extra time or straight to penalties. I'm not too sure what happens in this cup. We're about to find out. What a game that's been to play in, by the way. It's been really fun, this game. Like I said, all the way through, neither side's done anything wrong at all. And yeah, it's straight to penalties. It has been a really good game. Sane first up, and it's a save from Brown. And this is a good player to have taking your first penalty as well. He's super reliable, Llorente. I haven't just jinxed him, have I? No, I haven't. That's us 1-up. We've took the lead again, just like we did in the game, and of course De Bruyne is not going to miss. Come on, Morgan. We trust that left foot. He's going for a different style of one, and there you go. The pace beat Ederson there. Who have we got now? Silva. Yeah, he's put his away as well. Putting more and more pressure on us. This might be even more sweeter for Gomez, obviously, with the United connection against City here. We're going for the same corner again, and Ederson doesn't move. 3 out of 3 for us at the moment. Insigne, who's just come on, has put his wide. Oh, this is a big chance now. Big chance. Moreno's been so good and cool in front of goal this season. Can he just put this away now and deliver us the cup? We're going to go for that top left corner. It's not holding steady, this one, but it has gone in. We've gone 4 out of 4 from the spot, and we've won the cup, guys. Absolutely unreal achievement. I was a bit worried when City got that equaliser, but we've been perfect in the penalties. Brown with a save. Insigne missing. Maybe it's because he'd only just come on, but we've stuck all ours away. And we're going to have a party at Wembley now with the Carabao Cup. And if we were doing another season, we would have been in the Europa League with Warsaw. Unbelievable scenes. We've deserved this, and I'm now just going to let you witness it with the players. I will see you after the game, guys. Oh, what an unreal achievement that is. Unbelievable. And we got ourselves a little press conference. I don't normally do these, but I think we deserve to do this one. And we've got everyone here was on the edge of their seats. How does it feel now that we've lifted the trophy? I am proud of the players. I knew that we had what it took deep down. On the counter, I knew we were going to be dangerous to City, and that is how it played out. Llorente didn't rise to the occasion. He didn't really get a lot of time, but he did score his penalty, so that's a bit unfair. We'll just go with the ups and downs. I thought he did alright, to be honest. He was up against Sane, and this young kid here, I was not expecting the 2 goals to come from him today, I've got to be honest. So yeah, he really impressed. The whole team did, so that's what we're going to say, but he really impressed me today. The big occasion, and he got a couple of goals, so yeah, what an achievement. Unbelievable. We have another cup in our trophy cabinet, and after all that madness, we now have another game here that we had to get ourselves up for against Ipswich. This was a decent result for us. We got a 6-0 win, but I've got to be honest, it was difficult to concentrate as much as I normally would after the elation of just winning a cup. What a team we've built here, guys. This is unreal. I never dreamt that we would be beating City at Wembley in a cup final while we're still in the Championship. Yeah, it's just been an absolute madness. It's been an absolute pleasure, this series. And it looks like at the moment we've still got some good moments ahead of us. As you can see, we're taking care of business in this game. Yeah, we've still got some good moments ahead. We've still got the Championship itself to take care of. But it looks like this is going to be the last season of the series. And yeah, it's sad but happy at the same time. It just means that we have done well. Even if we were to go for another season, I wouldn't want to break this team up. I've really enjoyed using it all the way through the series. But this is the last probably highlight now, being the 90th minute. So if you have enjoyed this episode, guys, please leave that like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Once again, thanks for watching, and bye, guys.